Inquisitor. The workers are almost done building a lift to the deep roads. No darkspawn trouble yet, but the earthquakes have been brutal.
I was told to meet a Shaper Valta.
She's waiting below. You won't see an Orzammar dwarf on the surface. They have rules about that.
It seems like the dwarves have a lot of rules, according to what Varric was telling me before we arrived. Can you give me a little bit more detail about the earthquakes? How bad has it been?
How many quakes have there been since you arrived?
At least 3 big rumblers, and the aftershocks are nothing to sneeze at. My feet miss solid ground.
Mine do too, and we just left solid ground. Quick question though about the lyrium mines. I heard that there's been trouble, but how bad is it actually?
Josephine's report mentioned several lyrium mines were damaged by the quakes.
You'll see what's left of this one on your way down. From what I hear, the other mines are barely holding together.
Joy, and you said what, no darkspawn on the surface yet?
So you haven't seen any darkspawn up here?
I sharpened my arrows just in case, but they never showed. I'm okay with that.
I am too. Let's hope that it just stays that way. Harding, we've been friends for a while at this point. Why do I get the distinct impression that you aren't the biggest fan of Orzammar? Not that I necessarily blame you, given that they seem to have a lot of rules that don't necessarily, make sense, like the whole can't see the surface part of it. That's fine. Anyways, though, I should probably start making my way down there. I hope we pack snacks. Varric, did you pack snacks?
It's hardly the time for a lyrium shortage. Orzammar's mines need all the protection they can get.
I'd offer to go with you, but someone should keep watch.
Don't worry about it.
Plus, I could use the sun if this storm ever clears. The lift's ready for you.
You guys ready? Oh boy.
Try not to shift around, and keep back from the edge. It's a long way down.
Thanks. Oh, that's fast.
This reminds me of a story.
Shocking.
It's about an impossibly handsome dwarf and his friend who got crowned King of the Nugs.
A Nug King, really?
It's not as good as it sounds. Nugs mostly just shit on the floor and roll in it. Welcome to the deep roads.
Thanks.
So, the deep roads.
Yep.
Do you think there'll be tight spaces?
Probably.
Long hallways with low ceilings?
More than likely.
Possibly. Why?
Just hoping my horns fit.
Is it me, or is this the slowest lift ever constructed?
It's better than climbing down.
I could do with some music. Something with a flute.
Let me find you some real quick, Dorian.
Korut, Magirl, Nofric, your names will not be forgotten.
You must be Shaper Valta.
A trust Vala, Inquisitor. The Shaperate welcomes you to the deep roads.
Thank you. It's good to be here. How bad are the casualties?
How many dwarves have you lost?
More than we can count. The mining caste has suffered greatly. Our situation has worsened since we contacted Skyhold.
Oh? And is that another earthquake?
The quakes collapsed this mine and shattered a seal, keeping the darkspawn at bay. The Legion of the Dead hasn't been able to mend the broken seal, and we can't afford to lose any more lyrium.
Why did the Shaperate call upon the Inquisition to come and help? That just seems a little different.
Orzammar deals with darkspawn all the time. Why request the Inquisition's help?
The Legion isn't prepared for this level of disaster, and the Grey Wardens haven't answered our calls for aid.
Yeah, and they probably
Any
won't.
threat to the flow of lyrium requires immediate response. The Inquisition is the only force we can rely upon.
And we are happy to help however we can. We should probably get moving, though.
There's no time to waste. Take me to the Legion.
Guys, careful.
Apologies for pushing you.
No, thank you for
I fear the
saving me.
damage that tremor caused. Follow me to the Legion camp.
This is.
Keep your eyes open.
Okay.
These roads are dangerous.
Yeah, kind of got that impression. Ooh, spindleweed. Spindleweed is growing all the way down here? Okay. Riley, this is no time to be picking herbs, but I'm going to anyways because I can. All right. So this way? What was that?
An ogre!
What?
I hate the deep roads.
I know, I do too. I'm not exactly a fan of it, Varric. Well, that was fun. Let's hurry up and get to the camp before it's, you know, too late. Look at this. This is insane.
I will
Okay.
never get used to the stench of darkspawn. They corrupt everything, even the air.
I don't think you're supposed to get used to the stench of darkspawn. I think that that's something that's just always supposed to
That's
stink.
the broken seal ahead.
What is that
It
noise?
is worse than I thought.
Oh no.
Get those charges to the tunnels! Someone prime the sodding fuses!
Well, looks like we're here to
Can't
help.
lose this position! Hurry!
I'm hurrying? I don't know how much more I can hurry. Is everybody doing okay right now?
Can't set the charges with those bastards breathing down our necks!
Well, I'm trying to kill them as fast as I can. I don't even know who you are and you're yelling at me. I haven't been yelled at since
Clear the
Haven.
darkspawn!
Oh, I had no idea I should clear out the darkspawn. Why didn't anybody mention it? Guys, we doing okay? These are just a lot. Dorian, thank you for making little friends to help murder the other friends. Bull, you doing okay in there? Okay, I need him. What else do we got? Everybody back here? Good. Protect Varric. There's him back there. This is just chaos. I understand now. This is just the life of living in the deep roads, apparently. Chaos. Oh, who are you? Who are you? No! Don't you dare touch me. I don't know you. Sit. Thank you. Right there. No. Okay. Phew. You see that huge hammer?
Keep it up!
Yep. Wasn't gonna stop until they're all dead. Just kind of on my to-do list. Is that everybody? All right.
The seal's clear! Prime the charges!
Going. Do you want me to do? I assume you want me to do that, right?
Set the charges!
I'm going as fast as I can. Nobody said, "Hey, Inquisitor, set the charges." You guys just said, "Set the charges." There's a whole bunch of us here. All right, guys, this way. Leave. Oh, so they all left without us. Oh, great. They all left without us. They were like, who cares if the Inquisitor dies in all of this? It's fine. Hello, I'm here.
Inquisitor.
Yep.
Meet Lieutenant Wren, a veteran of the 5th Flight and one of the Legion's finest commanders.
Someone paid her to say that.
Lieutenant.
Appreciate the help, Inquisitor. Collapsing that seal bought us time. Blighters had the run of these tunnels for days. Now they have a roadblock.
Have you two worked together long, or is this a brand new friendship?
I get the impression you two have known each other a while.
Yeah, The Shaper had sent her to dig up some relics. Asked me to keep her out of trouble. That was 3 years ago.
3 years
You
ago.
can quit any time.
Not when we still have things to fight about.
Okay, I am just gonna leave that there then. Can you tell me a little bit more about the deep roads, specifically the area that we're in right now?
How many deep roads are there? How deep do they go?
They'll take you from one side of Thedas to the other, if you have a death wish.
I don't.
The roads once connected Dwarven cities that were hundreds of miles apart. Then came the Darkspawn. Ren and I have been exploring this region, reclaiming it, but the work is slow.
Mark the map, fight an army. Mark the map, fall in a hole. And so on.
It sounds like a fun existence, I guess. Especially the whole, marking the map and then falling and potentially hurting yourself. We've had a lot of interesting adventures over the last few years. I don't even know how long it's been at this point. It's been a while, but the Inquisition and myself personally, we're always happy to help out the Legion whenever we can.
The Legion of the Dead has the Inquisition's full support.
That's the best news I've heard since the quakes began. Actually, the only good news.
That's rough. Is that another earthquake?
Take cover!
You heard that, yes? The rhythm in the tremors? It's clearer, stronger, more insistent.
I hear it. Doesn't prove a thing.
Doesn't prove what?
These quakes are not a natural disaster. They're deliberate. There's an intelligence behind them.
An intelligence? I mean, okay. That's oddly enough probably not the strangest thing I've ever heard. So, how can you know that? Like, is there something that you specifically are hearing? The quake itself did sound a little different, I'll give you that. So, what details do you have?
How could an earthquake be caused deliberately?
We get plenty of natural tremors down here. These are different. She thinks she knows why.
Do tell.
I found an ancient text during an expedition with Ren last year. At the time, it was just a curiosity. But now?
Now?
The text describes giant creatures, called Titans, living deep underground. They sing in the stone, shaping it.
Titans?
When these quakes began, I believe we heard that rhythm. I believe a Titan is causing all this destruction.
So is a Titan causing it maliciously, according to your theory, or are they just trying to shape the stone? Are they trying to get somebody's attention? Is there something wrong? Just thinking more on this. That is fascinating, though. I haven't heard of Titans. Huh. Is Titans a new thing, or...?
I've never heard of Titans before. What else can you tell me about them?
The text I found predated the first blight. Its pages had mostly rotted away. And there's no mention of the Titans in Orzamar's memories.
Which tells you something.
Can Orzamar's memories be changed, though? If, for example, somebody didn't want anybody else remembering that the Titans existed, could Orzamar's memories be changed? Is there ever been an example of that? Because if so, that could explain some things, right? And what do you mean by the stone, like shaping it?
You speak of the stone like it's more than walls.
The stone is eternal. She was here before us, and remains after we die.
But the stone isn't your god.
We don't worship her, but we do respect and honor her.
Fair.
The stone makes us strong, and we return that strength to her when we die. It's difficult to express in words.
No, I think that, I think I understand where you're going with that. I heard something, but I didn't hear a specific rhythm. Is that because I'm not a dwarf? Varric, did you hear anything?
All I heard was an earthquake. How is it you and Ren hear a rhythm?
Our people have a strong connection to the stone. We feel it in a way topsiders cannot.
Shapers have great stone sense, and Valta's better than most. She never gets lost.
Interesting. However, throughout the course of my time as Inquisitor, the one thing that I've learned, and that I think is just an important motto to live by, is that strange singing is never good.
Mysterious songs often lure people to their deaths, or to an archdemon.
This rhythm isn't a song, exactly. It sounds like air flowing through lungs.
Huh.
Air that can collapse a whole mine.
Dangerous, then. But a magic unique to the deep roads might be worth investigating.
Agreed, 100%. I mean, though, if you go off of that theory, though, that it sounds like air filling up lungs kind of thing, then, I mean, if you're taking a great big deep breath and then letting it out, could it be the exhale that's causing all of the destruction almost? Because it's just, I don't know, that would be interesting. If Titans are real, that would be very, very interesting. Well, you may be onto something. Let's explore this further.
In my experience, no explanation is too strange to consider.
For all we know, that text you found was a bedtime story. We can't be sure until we find the source.
The rhythm I sense in the quakes is emanating from somewhere far below. The stone will lead us there.
And if it comes to a fight, that'll be our job. There's a lift at the side passage nearby. Ready when you are.
The Inquisition is on everyone's lips. Even the Assembly has taken an interest. In his younger years, King Harrowmont would have greeted you personally. But he is too old now for such a journey.
Should I be worried that, everyone's taken an interest in Orzammar in the Inquisition? How do you know that Titans exist outside of the text that you found? Is there anything else to support the theory?
You seem quite excited by the idea that these Titans may exist.
My connection to the stone allows me to hear it, but I can only listen. Titans can sing through the stone. It is extraordinary. We call ourselves children of the stone. What does that make the Titans?
What if the Titans are the ones that created the stone? What if the Titans are the reason that the stones can talk to dwarves? Dwarves don't have magic, and dwarves don't dream, right? That's just basic dwarven knowledge. What if that's tied to these Titans? What if we found the Titans and brought them back? Would that give dwarves the ability to dream again and connect to the Fade? Does that have something to do with the fact that you have no connection to the Fade? Oh, so many questions that need answers. All right, we definitely have to go and just find one and then hopefully communicate with it, because so many questions. How do you become a Shaper? That was actually one of those things I wanted to ask you earlier, but I mean, between Darkspawn getting yelled at and blowing things up, I just haven't had a chance.
How does one become a Shaper of memories?
I was born with a keen stone sense. It caught the Shaper's attention, but my passion for history earned me the title. It was never really a choice.
Huh. Interesting. All right, well, that's all for now. Thank you for chatting with me.
Thanks for the insight, Shaper.
My pleasure, Inquisitor.
We'll speak another time.
Where is Ren? Ren, I want to talk to you for a minute.
I've been meaning to ask, Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Skyhold. How
Yep.
does it, well, hold in the sky?
The old fall into the sky routine.
How do you keep it from floating away?
It's built into a mountain.
Held by the stone, then.
In a sense, yeah, absolutely. So, you fought in the Blight?
Shaper Valta said you're a veteran of the Blight.
I was a wet-nosed recruit.
But you survived.
Swing your axe long enough, you're bound to hit something.
You must have racked up a few stories.
Maybe when this is all over, I'll have the time and ale to tell them.
I look forward
Most
to
of
that.
Ren's stories end with decapitation.
I'm an
Ooh!
efficient guy.
Ooh! Bull would definitely enjoy those stories. Maybe Varric, probably not, but Bull definitely. So, yeah, pencil us in for that. ale and story time when all of this is over. But can you tell me a little bit more about the Legion?
I'd like to know more about the Legion of the Dead.
The Legion's pretty straightforward. We keep the Darkspawn out of Orzammar, and we're sodding good at it. Becoming a Legionnaire is a lifelong oath, one that can't be broken. We celebrate our own funerals before coming to the Deep Roads. As far as our families in Orzammar are concerned, we're already dead. Hence the name.
Wow, so you can never return to Orzammar then?
That's quite the commitment.
It isn't a glamorous life. Every Legionnaire has their own reasons for joining. From the common criminal to the Deep Lord with illusions of grandeur. All are accepted.
What about you? Why did you join?
I had a responsibility.
I guess we'll just leave it at that then. Thank you for chatting with me. I do appreciate it.
Thanks for your time.
All right, who's ready to go explore the Deep Road? Say aye. Somebody was supposed to say aye because I wasn't going to. All right, I'll say it. Aye. I'm excited. Did that sound enthusiastic enough? Because I could try to make it a little bit more enthusiastic. All right, down this elevator then, ish thing. Is this what we're calling it?